So let's start discussing quantity technique. The finding of Exclam India's latest India's description. This passage is given report 2020-22. India indicate that there is a significant gap in earning between men and women in case of regular and self-employment in urban areas. The lower wages of salaried women are due to 67% of discrimination and 33% due to lack of education and work experience. The average earning in 16,000 for men and nearly 6,600 for women in urban areas. Now you can see that self-employment data is given, right? Self-employment data is given. The data is given in urban areas. In the set for number of men is M. The average earning is 16,000. For women it is given. Average earning of women is 6,600. Now you read the passage, you will get the salaried person data. Similarly, you will get the salaried person data. The salaried person data, let the number of person is M. The average is 19,800. Let the number of person, women will be W. The average is 15,600. Now it is given that about the casual employment. The casual employment is given for men and women is 9,000 and 5,700. Correct. Now after reading this passage, further it's given in the last passage SC/ST about. So we'll move, but we have to start the question number 136 first. Choose the correct option. Women average earning in urban areas is casual work is 30% lower than that of. Now women average earning in urban area, casual work is 30% lower. So casual work, as we have seen the data, this is not 30% less. Correct? This is not 30% less. Is it clear? So option A is not the right answer. Option B, men's average earning in urban areas in self-employment nearly 2.5 times that of women. Now you can self-employ 2.5 times. You can see this data 6,000 and 16,000. This is 2.5 times. So option B is the right answer. Correct? No need to check the other option. Question number 137. Of the regular employment in urban areas, the earning of non-SC/ST worker is what percent more than SC/ST worker, right? Now you can see the data. The earning of non-SC/ST and earning of SC/ST. Now it is given that the earning of SC/ST, non-SC/ST is 20,300. Correct? And the SC/ST is given 15,300. Correct? How much more percent? How you will find it? That the difference between both of them is 5,000. 5,000 upon 15,300 into 100. Right? We'll get the answer is between 30 and 35%, option C. I hope you are clear with this. Now, of those in casual employment, if a man's average earning was deposited at the rate of 16% simple interest for 20 years, how many years at the rate of same interest at SC/ST worker must be deposit their average earning to earn same amount a man in 20 years? Now further you can see that in the given data it shows that 16%. Again we know that SI is equal to PRT by 100. That is given. Now the first data is, if you write about all the interest is same, right? Principal P1 R1 T1 upon 100 is equal to P2 R2 T2, right, upon 100. So cancel out 100 from 100. Again the principal is 9,000. Correct? Rate is same, that is 16%. Just remove that rate. Correct? 9,000 into time is 20 and other. Further it is 8,000 for the SC/ST worker, right, into T2. We'll get the answer 22.5. But for the answer is given option D. Question number 139. Question number 139. If you read this data, question number 139, you find all the information given in the 139, that it says the finding also indicate discrimination is a driving factor behind low women's labor force participation rate in the country. As per the Union Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, LFER for women in the India was only 25.1% in 2020 to 2021 for urban and rural areas. Now, if you read this passage, you will get, if the number of women in India 2020 to 2021 is 670 million, which is 24% more than 2004-2005. What is difference number of women in LFPR 2004 to 2005 and 2021? The answer of this will be, you will find the 24% more, you have to go to the 100%, then you will find out the 24%. It will be between 6 and 8 crore. Now question number 140 says, in 2019 to 2020, if the number of male age 15 years and more in 76% of the total male population, and the number of female age 15 years and more is 72% of total female population, and total male population is 1.05, just consider at 1 times, right? 1.05 is considered as 1 times. It means the ratio will be the total female population. What is the ratio of female to male 15 years ago? They have regular salaried and self-employment. Now you can write the ratio of them will be come to that 4, you can write it 4 and 14, that will give 2:7, that is option A, correct. Now similar question is given, world fruit production went up 54% between 2000 and 2019 to 883 million tons. 5 fruit species accounted for 57% of the total production in 2019, down from 63% in 2000. Use the data. Now it's a very simple question, that is 154% is given about 883. We'll write 100%, 100% will get 573 million, right? The 100% is what was the world food production in 2000, that is option C. And similarly, if I'll put the answer in question number 142, you will read the passage and get the answer is only 18%, right? And question number of the watermelon 1 in 2000, 1/8 per seed, 1/5 of the remaining was sold to be juiced and 30% of the remaining was exported. If the percentage share of the orange in 2000 was equal to the percentage share of watermelon in 2019, how many watermelon were retained for home sale and consumption? That is approximately 40 million. So that is 39.2 million. That will be the right answer. Now in the given question number 144, it is given that assume that all grapes and apples were sold through a single organization in 2000. Grapes and apples were sold to 4 different customers, such that certain quantity of apples were sold first customer, same number of apples were sold to the second customer. At the first, and the certain number of grapes were sold to the customer after which apples were covered. Twice the quantity of grapes sold to the second was sold third customer, and twice the quantity of the third was sold to the fourth customer. Now this is successive changes of what we can say. Now the successive changes, if we'll find out the successive changes, we'll check. Assume that all grapes and apples sold through a single owner in 2000. Grapes and apples were sold at 4 different customers. Let's assume that A, B, C and D, right? Now it's a first customer, same number of apples were sold to the second. Now let the number of apples is X, here given sold to X only. They sold to first customer, second customer at the first, and the certain number of grapes were sold customer after which apples were over. Now it's given. Now further it will give the certain number of X, right? Some percent is given here. Let's take Y, and here also let's take Z, right? That is not twice the quantity of grapes and second sold to the third customer. Similar type of question is given. Now the answer of given will be 8.2 million, right? Now question number 145, that is Fruitopia in fruit fix. Both sold orange at same selling price. However, Fruitopia gave customer a 15% discount. Now, do one thing. In this question, I am writing Fruitopia, and this is Fruitopia, and this is fruit fix. Both sold oranges at the same selling price. However, Fruitopia gave customer 15% discount. Let their mark price be 100%. Let the mark price will be 100%. Correct? Now, if they're selling, both sold oranges at the same selling price, means Fruitopia gave discount of 15%, it will become 85%. Right, 85% of mark price. 1. Now, fruit fix given 20%, that is 80% of mark price. Correct? Now we'll find this answer. You will get mark price, the ratio of this will be, now it is given Fruitopia is 75 kg, 85 into 75, correct? Here you will get 80% into MP2 means fruit fix. What is the mark price of fruit fix? You will get the answer of 85 into 75 upon 80. You will get the answer of fruit fix. It means 79 point something, that is 80. This is the right one. Now, the last question was very easy for all of you who have done the quantity part. This 5 number question, this is average part, which is quite easy one. Right. See here, players are selected for judo based on their body weight from their following 10 groups. Now, in it says, in this question it says, different data is given, that different group is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The average weight of player after selecting one player from each group is 68. If one of the players leave the team, their average weights come down to 66.5. Now we can see this data as a, suppose the information of this data will be what? The average given for this will be, suppose a player average weight of players after selecting one player from each group. So obviously one player from each group, the groups are 10, right? The total average is equal to sum upon n, number of items. The average is 68, right? The sum of 10% will be, this is n value is 10, so it will be 680 into 10, that is 680. Now if player S is from the weight group, which weight group we have to find out? If one of the player named S leaves the team, their average weight comes down to 66.5. So 66.5, so obviously one player will leave 66.5, correct? The one player will leave 66.5, you will get 66.5 into 9, right? Now the average sum of 9% will become 598.5, correct? Now 598.5. Now the question is given, player S is from which weight group? The difference between both of them will be what? That is 81 point something. 81 point something, that is group 9. Option B is the right answer. Correct? Now the question is given, question number 147. If S leaves the group and two new players join the group, correct? If S leaves the group and two new players join the group, again, now this is conditional based. There are 10 people, S has leave and two new players. Now the team become 11 players. Their average weight increased to 68. Now 68 into 11, right? 8, 8, 6, 14, 1, that's 748. Correct? This is sum of 11 players. I hope you are clear with this. Now sum of 11 player is given, that's 648. Two players join the group. Their average weight increases. These players cannot be from group which. Now you can see that we know that S have leave the group. So we know that without S, the sum of, we have already done that, 598, right? If S is leave the group, correct. 598. Subtract 748, 598. Correct? Subtract 598 from 748, you will get the answer 149.5. Now the question is, these players cannot be from group. These two players cannot be from group. So obviously these players cannot be group from group 1 and 3, because you can just segregate that. They cannot be, they have to be more than 50, and group 3 is 56 to 6. So 1 and 3, yes, they both can be from group 7 also, because the average is 149. So 70 70 they can be, 410 can be, 59 can be, right? 148, what is the average of all groups together? Which group contribute most in overall average? What is the average of all group together? Which group contribute most in overall average? Now again, if the average of all groups together, which groups contribute more? Again, this ratio is not defined. And question number 148, see question number 148, 149. What is the average of weight of all players taken together? Correct? What is the average weight of all the players together? Means all that there are 10 groups, but it's not defined which weight player is taken, right? So all their differences is given, means 68 to 52, that is given, but particularly it's talking about which player, what weight has been taken, so that answer cannot be determined. In the average of all the groups together, which group contribute most in overall average? Again, which contribute most in overall, again we cannot define that. If one of the new two player is from group 4, if one of the new two player is from group 4, which group other player is from? So obviously, if one of the new two player is from group 4, now see group 4 here, 60 to 64, correct? Which group the other player is from? That is group 10, correct? That is from group 10. That is quite easy question. So I hope you got the clear solution of this question. Thank you so much.